Do 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 do. Where is it? There it is. Play. So I already got my character ready beforehand. This is because I am using a few mods on her. Number one, I have a mod that will fix the tiefling tail. Unfortunately, it doesn't completely fix it. It's the only one that's available on the internet, but the tiefling tail for the female is completely white, and it doesn't match my tiefling skin color. So I opted for the succubus tail instead, because the succubus tail is thinner and black and looks like it was meant to be that way. Secondly, I have a hair and face mod that gives her, I believe, the succubus hair and face. You'll see once she gets in. I thought that it looked better than
So many years ago today.
the usual tiefling tail and face. See, there she is.
My foster daughter is up and dressed, I see. Today is the High Harvest Fair, and the West Harbor Village Council requires me to man the archery competition. The human need to celebrate Remembrance Days baffles me, but at least something productive may come of it. The merchant Galen is here. He'll want my furs, as he usually does. Coins can be useful in getting by. This past season has been a hard one, for both tilled fields and wildlands. While I attend to the archery contest, I will need you to deal with the merchant. Fetch my furs from the chest, over by the painting.
I've done this so many times. I have not finished the game once, but I have always been addicted to making characters, so I've made a ton and played through the beginning a ton. First things first, I'm sorry for the weird angle of my screen. Because this is an old game, it does not have the full resolution for my computer screen, and so it shows up with the big black bars around the sides that you can see in the stream. I can try changing the resolution, but usually the game crashes when you do that. As you can see, these are my first attempt at making the character before I realized that I didn't have the mod working properly for her hair, and so I had to fix that. Okay, what else? Yeah, if I try to change the resolution, it's gonna crash, so unfortunately you're gonna have to be stuck with this, because, it's an old game. It doesn't... I'm excited for Baldur's Gate 3 because I'll finally be able to make another tiefling, and it will be in a better graphics game, and hopefully it won't look like it does in Neverwinter Online, because I have tried Neverwinter Online, and there's just far too much to do, and I get overwhelmed easily when there's not like, path that's not completely linear, but, you know, mostly linear, like a set goal that I have to reach. And two, I don't like how the tieflings look in that game. They look like they're part dragon. They have big scaly tails. And, like, if I was going for that sort of thing, yeah, it'd be super cute. It's not bad looking, but it's not tiefling. I want a tiefling. Okay. All that out of the way. Oh, and, meet Emberlyn. This is the very first, role-playing character I ever made. I made up the name Emberlyn back when I was playing Lotro for the first time, like 15 years ago, and I made a human named Emberlyn. Technically, I had played role-playing games before that because I made characters on Toontown, So technically Lady Melody McBoom, the cat, was my first character, but as far as more fully expanded role-playing games, Emberlyn was my first. And then I made a tiefling in Neverwinter Nights around the same time, and I've been using her as my D&D character ever since. And she's a bard because, of course, she has to be a bard. She's a tiefling. Tieflings and bards go hand in hand. Disable pop-ups. I don't really need that.
Good. I see you have the furs. Galen has probably set up his tent on the village green. He'll be enjoying the fair with the rest of the townsfolk. Last season, I asked him to bring a duskwood bow to trade. Sell him the furs and use the coins it gives you to purchase the bow. Your friends await you at the bridge. I suppose you're anxious to see the fair. But don't forget to trade with Galen.
And the adventure has begun. I'm zigzagging a little bit. The controls for walking around in this game are a little bit different. Let me see if I can change the camera mode. How do I change the camera mode again? Toggle play mode, numpad? No. Aha. I guess it's this mode then. The controls are a little bit different, like I was saying. You have to use Q and E to go left and right. If you use A and D, then you strafe. But you strafe very slowly, so there's like no point.
There you are. Come on, the fair's already started.
It's the biggest fair in years. There's folk in from all the outlying farms, and even a few from outside the mare. That means a big audience.
A big audience, all cheering for us. This year's our last chance to compete for the Harvest Cup. Our last chance to win.
So her quality is flirt. She's not a bully. She's not great at intimidating, but she's supposed to be very perky and happy. So, no sense standing around then. Where do we start?
We sign up with Georg in the village square. Come on.
Yeah, her tail's not completely black like I was thinking, but at least it has the gray tone near the tip that goes with her actual skin color, so I think it still works better
And
than
the blight. You're sure it's spreading, Orlin?
than the
No
pure
blight,
white.
Georg. It's something else. There's no mold, no rot. It's like the crops don't want to grow. Like they haven't the guts to up and face the sun.
What do the druids say?
Well, it's just a rub, Georg. There's no druids to be found, not head nor heel. Used to be they'd warned me of troubles, long before I noticed the signs myself. But this time, we're out in silence. You think we ought to say something? Everyone's gathered for the fair, even from the outlying farms.
No. They ought to be free from cares, at least for a day. We'll go round tomorrow. Talk to the households one by one.
Right you are, Georg. Tomorrow, then.
Aha! I've been wondering when I'd see the three of you. Last year to compete, isn't that right?
I do wish her skin tone was a little more blue. My D&D character has a blue skin tone. It's not like bright blue, it's like a dusk blue. So it's close to this shade, but definitely needs more blue. What are the
Rules are
here?
the same as ever. Win 3 of the 4 events, and you win the Harvest Cup. Win all 4, and the village council grants you a special prize. And nobody's done that since old Cormac.
Cormac, I remember him vaguely.
Oh, that boy was a legend. Oh, I'm sure there's 100 Cormacs in a city like Neverwinter. But for this town, he was as big as folks get. Old Cormac fought Lon Starling in the brawl, and some story that was. But I don't suppose you have time for stories just now.
Enough chatter. I've got a cup to win.
If you have any troubles, you know where to find me. Oh, and good luck in the brawl!
So let's do our next save real quick. 2. Let's see. Darkness, countersong. My last test of this, I used a rogue because tieflings also go with rogues very well, just like they do with bards. And she had sleight of hand, but this character does not. I wish I wasn't able to find the mod that allows you to put all your taskbars like in a row of 3 up here. I used to use that all the time, but I tried finding it and I wasn't able to find it. So if anybody knows where that is and can give me a link, that would be great. As it was, I just had to get a mod that doubles the amount of tasks that are down here. And then she has F for her basic spells. I used to, when I had the 3 taskbars, I could put all the spells that I wanted down onto the taskbar, but I don't have the room for that now, so it's just going to have to be with healing items and tools. And I'll just have to keep F open. So, I don't have sleight of hand, so I can't do that. I don't have lockpick, so I can't do this yet. Technically, you're not supposed to know about that yet. Those are the 3 feathers for the scavenger hunt, but I was able to get them very fast and get that part of the mission over with, like, really quickly. So instead, since we can't do that, let's do the brawl. That's empty right now, so we need to talk to Brother Mering. The Morning Lord grants a fine day, even for a brawl. He likes you, Harborman, I think. Brother Mering, you were running the brawl? In truth, I volunteered. Otherwise, I'd be racing from the church at every bout, mending cuts and setting bones to right. Better that I'm on hand to do Lathander's work, and to see all is fought in fairness. Have there been injuries already? A few scrapes and broken bones, mostly at the hands of the Mossfields. Poor Garth Landon is but a wisp of a boy, but still he insisted on facing lads twice his size in the ring. Broken bones are easily mended by the Morning Lord's grace, but not so for broken pride. We're ready to fight. Practice a bit first. There are practice dummies just over there. Once you've finished off a dummy, I'll send you into the ring. You'll need to arm yourself with a club. There's clubs in the barrel. Okay. Take those. Give these.
Bye.
Nope, I didn't need to get them up to her. Equip.
Yes, indeed.
Equip. Equip.
Yes.
And attack. Here we go. Yes, go ahead. I always expect a clean fight, those are the rules, and no bets. What? No bets? The Harvest Fair is an act of worship, Emberlyn, a prayer of thanks to Shantae, and to all the gods. The events must be fair and just. Spectators are allowed to bet, it's true, but never competitors. That would tempt unfair arrangements. You can see that, I'm sure. Let's see. Well, she's not lawful, she's chaotic, so I don't care. Betting just livens the competition. If you ever leave the village, I'm sure you'll find others who believe the same. But the elders of West Harbor have agreed on these rules, and we are not to question them. Now, I know you're eager to begin. May Lathander's strength be with you. Okay, so here is where we have our first case of strategy. These guys don't really need much strategy. Let's see, what does this do? Douses the target. It's good to use the daze and the flare on the moss fields, but then I'll be able to rest between fights, so I might as well just test it out. Now make these attack the same guy.
Well, of course I can do that.
And that was a waste of a flare.
This is too easy.
There we go. That was well fought, all three of you, but I fear the gods have granted you few competitors this year. The Mossfield brothers are the only team still in contention. We're ready to fight the Mossfields. They await you at the edge of the ring. Tell Will that you're ready and I'll begin the final fight. Let's rest first. Okay. Let's also save. Who's the last one? No, not the last one. Let's use 3. Okay. And then talk to Mossfield. Save me, brothers, it's a demon! No, wait, it's just an overgrown imp. Ha ha ha, what happened to your wings, imp, eh? Stow up, Mossfield, you're not smart enough to be funny. Who asked you, you ratty little orphan? Always tagging after Starling and Farlong like a bloodfly, singing their Rican praises. It's a shame those demons didn't burn you up along with your parents. That's enough. If you got a problem, you can take it up with me. Fine then, you want my title, you'll fight my brothers and me. We beat this brawl 3 years running. About time, you stalled long enough. If you're so eager to fight, why not raise the stakes a bit? Make a friendly wager. Wait a minute, Will, that's against the rules, we can't do that. Brother Marion said so, remember? No bets. So these first 2 are just no's. I thought if I said 2, that maybe he would up the ante a little bit. But no, he just is like, oh, you suck, and doesn't bet. So the only way to bet is with 3. Marion doesn't have to know. How about 10 gold? Influence lost Bevel. Done. At least you've got guts. More than Starling has. Influence is important in this game, but not with Bevel or Amy, because they're just the tutorial companions. They don't follow you for the rest of the game. So don't worry about gaining or losing influence with them right now. Come on, brothers. We got some gold to win. Okay. What does this do? Every hostile creature within 90 feet must make a will save. If the target fails this, they're dazed for as long as the song is playing. That one would be pretty good. Places an enchantment that lasts any hostile magic. Okay. Sorry about that. My dogs are excited. Let me be right back. I better go check the door just to make sure they're working and nothing. Be right back. Okay, yeah, they're just barking at nothing. There's nothing there. So, Countersong is a debuff. Not debuff, it's a buff. Fascinate is a debuff. So if I want to buff myself, I'll need Countersong. But I don't really have enough time in this fight to bother with using that. It's a short fight. So I will do Fascinate instead.
Imitation.
And then once that's done... Well, if I click... Yeah, that's gonna do that. And now it's gonna... Dang it. Yeah, I have to wait for the timer to go down because I clicked on the fight. So let's have them both... Let's see, what do you have? How about you give him an acid splash? Okay. Next, enlarge yourself. And... daze... this one.
Die!
Get up! Get up!
You die here and now!
No! No, you have to hit the injured one. Turn. I guess that is the injured one. Nope, there we go. Yep,
Well,
I
of
need to
course
reload.
I can do that.
No, no, hold up. No. Load. blah, 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 blah. Okay, now first, let's save on E3 again. Next, you enlarge me. You don't bother with the countersong this time. Well, maybe. And
Yes,
then you,
indeed.
Let's go!
yeah, attack him.
Blast.
And then attack.
Let's go!
Well, that was a waste of enlarge. Okay. You're gonna need to attack him.
I can do that!
Attack him. I'll attack the same person. Good, good, yes. That's already going better.
Bring it to me!
Except they're both unconscious now. Yes, yes, one-on-one, one-on-one. Get him! Get him! Yeah!
Yes?
Well done, all three of you. The townsfolk compare you to Cormac, and it seems they aren't mistaken. I haven't seen such prowess in years. You won the brawl, and by the grace of the gods, the cup may be yours as well. So, as you can see, I am not good at strategy, which is why I'm doing the main campaign, because I have not been able to successfully do Mask of the Betrayer once. Like, it is so hard. And people online will tell you, oh, it's not that bad, you just suck at games if you can't get through it. But no, it is so hard. And I can't strategize like that. So I'm hoping that if I can level up this character all the way to the end, get her fully stacked out with skills, and then maybe by that time I'll have gained enough skill to be able to do Mask of the Betrayer, and I can use the same character so that she has the skills that she needs. But until then, I'm just sticking with this campaign. Okay, sorry, I was taking a sip. So let me save, and that will be E4. Fought better than I thought, or we fought worse. Couldn't handle my own against you, your lummox, and that little bloodfly. You owe me some money, Will. Yeah, here's your reeking money. Now leave us be. Go in your bloody cup and play heroes for Georg and the rest. 10 gold is like nothing in this game, but it's at least a beginning. I don't have a disarm trap, so I can't do anything about that. I wish that there was a way to put away your weapon without having to go in the inventory and unequip it, because I don't like them running with it, but I don't like going into the inventory even more. Okay. Quick, quick! They're all waiting for you, dear! Waiting for me? Of course! Juggling and puppetry are all well and good, but the children want to see magic, and so do I! Come on, Annie, your public awaits. Okay. Summoning spell would be a nice start. So let's summon.
Yay!
Usually the tutorial tells you what mission to do next. An enlargement spell next. And you can see Bubble does a little dance. If you do the enlargement spell on anyone else, it still works. Acid Splash, that's what I need to do. But Bevel is the only one who does the little dance. So it's always, at least I always like to do Bevel because I like seeing him do the little dance. Acid Splash, Barrel. Whoa! That was brilliant, young lady, absolutely brilliant. I've not seen such a display of magic since, well, Mother, you alright? It's been a long time. Never mind all that. You three are most certainly the winners of the contest. That was quite a thrill for all of us. Oh, and I nearly forgot. Tarmus gave me these scrolls, said I should give them to his apprentice and her friends if they won the talent show. Say, that was quite a show. You're good with that magic, young Annie. Amy. More than passing skillful if you ask me, though I know you didn't. I, wonder if you might have a look at a pig? A pig? Aye, that great hulking brute Louis Johns. His prize pig, he calls it, but I call it a trick. A cheat. I've never seen that hog before, and I've an eye for hogs, as folk will tell you. I say he's been magicked, ensorcelled, but I can't prove it myself. We'll do it if Amy's willing. No, wait, that's not... Let's go with, they say a kiss can break a charm, because Emberlyn likes to joke. I know I sound like an old fool. Don't think I don't know it. Old dumb Orlin, on about his hogs, but I take pride in a fair contest, and I thought you three might help me out. Look, if you change your minds, I'll be over at the hogs. I won't fret you anymore. I know you got affairs of your own. So... They need to level up. Let's see, and level up. And I just hit recommend because, again, these are just tutorial companions. They don't stick with you for the rest of the game, so their skills don't matter. Okay.
Yes.
And then I can use all three of these. So let me put, what does this do? No, I don't want to use it. I want to, examine. Prevents all spells from affecting you. So this is another buff. Let's put this over here and put this beside this. I only have one of it, so I have to remember that. Summon creature 2. That's good for fighting. And lesser to spell I'm about to use. So let's put these over here and call this the Scrolls and Books tab. And then this will be the Quest Items tab. So let's talk to John first. Nope, can't talk to him. So I did the route in the mission where you make fun of Orlin. A kiss can break the spell, and so Orlin doesn't be like, oh great, you guys are helping me, I like that. If he had been happy with you, then Bevel would have said, let's at least talk to Louis first and let him try to back out of the competition. But, wait, he said he would be over by the hogs. Can I re-talk to him? You sure you won't have a look at him? Alright, we'll do it if Amy's willing. Give my magical opinion? Of course. I mean, it's probably some sort of transmutation. I'd love to see how they did it. I much appreciate that. Louis' pig is the big fella down on the end. You find any magic on him, come back and tell me straight away. Okay, so I guess I can still salvage it.
Well, Orlin's right. This pig's been enchanted. It's a faint aura, so it could have been a simple enlargement spell, or maybe a potion.
I wish the graphics in this game were just a smidgen better. They're definitely old graphics, you can tell that. I think, personally, that the character models are better than Lord of the Rings Online. Oh, hey A4. I'm glad you liked the review of Cruella. I had a fun time watching that movie. I was just saying that, while I like the character models for the game better than Lotro, I do wish that the building and object and plant models were as good as Lotro, because Lotro definitely does better on background models. If you can't tell, what I'm playing right now is Neverwinter Nights 2, which is just a fun nostalgia game for me while I wait for Baldur's Gate to come out so I can make a proper tiefling in HD graphics, because I love tieflings. Any ideas, Amy? Bevel?
Well, Retta did give us a scroll of Lesser Dispel. All I'd have to do is read the words.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't we say something to Louis? He's a foul old wretch. But we ought to give him a chance to withdraw his pig from the contest before he's shamed in front of everyone.
Good point. We'll talk to Louis first. What do you want? My pig's over there. Admire him, not me. So who sold you the enlargement potion? You trying to suggest I cheated, girl? Well, saying a thing is one matter, proving it's another. I say you're a liar, spreading tales for that old muttonhead Orlin. Spends all year crowing about how he'll win this contest. Now that I'm fixed to beat him, he's paid you to slander me. Of course, it could be that I pay you better to shut your mouths and to tell Orlin I'm no cheat. My Emberlyn might be chaotic, but she's chaotic good, not chaotic neutral. So, let's see. No deal. Draw your hog from the contest or we'll dispel the enchantment. That's a bluff, nothing more. That orphan mentions a weird apprentice. Tarmus wouldn't trouble himself with farmers and pigs. Now be off before I tell your father how you've been slandering me and my pig. So,
Yes?
I could make Amy do it, but I can already do it. So, sorry Amy, I'm taking this moment of shine from you. Double click? There we go. Hells take you, look what you done to my pig! Did you see that expression on that hog's face? Ha ha! Just had a few glorious hours of being a big porker, lording it over his seniors, but now he's back to his poor little self. I bet there'll be some uncomfortable moments in the pigsty tonight. And I'd say that's the last time anybody tries to magic a hog in this contest. Hate to see old Louis shamed, but he brought it on himself. How about something for our trouble then? Have some of this, it's pork jerky. Tough, dry meat, but it tastes like the heavens and keeps longer than bad memories. Good food for the road, if you ever plan on taking a long walk. Thanks, Orlin. No trouble at all. The jerky is actually a good healing item, so I will put this in the second tab and say that's healing items and potions and stuff. And I will put that down here. And then save. Always make sure you save with these old games. They don't... This one still works better than Fallout 3 by far, but it still has its moments where it freezes or crashes. So, oh, I have to trade with Galen. My father over there, Dagon Farlong, he's my adopted father, as you can see, because he's an elf and I'm a tiefling. But he told me that I have to trade with Galen the furs that he gave me this morning, so that way I can get a bow for him. You're a Dagon's ward, ain't that right? Funny, you're the second tiefling I've seen in as many days. Crossed paths with the tiefling girl on the road south. Didn't stop to chat, usually safer that way. Well, that's casually racist of you. I brought some furs from Dagon. Good. Dagon's a reliable sort. Always has the highest quality furs. You can't imagine the man in Neverwinter, or relatively speaking. I haven't forgotten his Duskwood bow, either. I've always come through, you tell Dagon that. I'll warn you, the bow's a bit pricey, but it's fine workmanship, sneaked it across the Luskan border. You bought the bow in Luskan? If you don't know Neverwinter games, Luskan is a country that is enemies with Neverwinter, and has a reputation for having a lot of bad people in it. No, from a village called Ember. They're good folk, just ended up on the wrong side when the maps got drawn. Fine bowyers, too. Ember is a town we will be visiting later, but I won't spoil anything about it. Ready to trade. Sell. Take bow.
So, you've decided to compete for the cup, I see. I know this is your last year, but the rules apply to all, even foster daughters.
I brought the Duskwood bow for you.
A fine bow. A fine one, made by one who loves his craft. You may keep the rest of the gold as your allowance for the season, but you came for the archery competition as well, did you not?
Ready to compete.
Fetch a crossbow from the barrel and take a few shots at the practice target. You must hit the target once before you can compete.
Let's see, I have 20 bolts and 10 crossbow. Or 1 crossbow, sorry. So, let's equip that instead of the club. Equip this. I have to just hit it once. Okay.
Come and speak to me. Are you ready to compete then?
Yep.
The rules are the same as last year. 10 shots and 10 targets. Your targets will be old bottles, set atop the crates yonder. 5 is the best score so far. If you remember the lessons that have been taught to you, you should be able to best that.
Beating it's easy. You get special dialogue, if I remember right, if you can get all 10. But it's hard to get all 10 because it's a dice roll game, because it's a D&D game. And so each shot gets you a different, as you can see here, 7 physical, 3 plus 2 plus 5. These numbers are the dice rolls that you have in the game. Or at least they're algorithms that represent the dice rolls. So, 10 shots. That's 1. That's 2.
This is too easy.
That's 3.
There's more where that came from.
That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. Okay,
There's
I already
more
beat
where
the
that
record.
came from.
That's 7.
This is too easy.
8.
There's more where that came from.
9.
There's
One
more where that came from.
I did it. I hit all 10.
Well done. A perfect score wins the competition outright. I've rarely seen such a fine performance so early in the day. You have a marksman's instinct. That much is plain. Go on now. There's still more of the fair to see.
And that's one of the few times that you'll actually hear Dagon be proud of you. He's a very stern foster father, and you can either play the game as if you have a good relationship or as if you've had a bad relationship for years. Usually I flip back and forth. I think this time I'll try to go for a good relationship. Although I've had spunky characters who were frustrated with him in the past. I think that my character, Emberlyn, is the kind of eager, chipper person who thinks that everybody has a little bit of affection for her. So she would interpret his, allowing himself to show a little bit of pride as having an immense amount of pride, which, you know, might be what he means considering he doesn't show much emotions. So it works out. Nope. Like I said earlier on the stream before you got here, A4, the controls for this game work a little bit differently. You have to use Q and E to turn instead of A and D, so it's not completely exact.
Enjoying the fair? Packs of feral children set loose to find trinkets. Grown men braining one another with clubs. Do you know they're actually granting prizes for the fattest pig? As if the creatures needed encouragement.
Good to see you too, Tarmus.
I expect you are here for the aptly named Knave's Challenge. Surrounded by muck and reek, and why not encourage our children to be thieves as well? That's what I always tell them. Come to think of it, I don't believe any of you has the skills to compete. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but you'll need to find someone who can pick pockets and break locks and search for hidden trinkets if you want to compete.
Lock breakers? Pocket pickers? I don't know anyone like that. Do you?
One of the children, perhaps?
What about Kip? He's always nicking vials from Tarmus, and he's right over there behind the tent.
You're that demon spawn, the one who lives with the sour-faced ranger. A lot of kids are scared of you. Are you scared of me? Nah, nobody frightens me. I've been chased around by near everyone in town, and I'm way quicker than any of them. We were wondering if you'd like to join our team. Well, really? You mean compete for the cup? But I'm just a kid. I mean, I'm old enough to be on a team and all. Yes, really, we want you to join our team. Hey, brilliant! Sorry for beating that big lummox on the head all those times. Didn't mean any harm by it, he's just funny when he gets angry. That was you? Every day during drills I get hit by acorns, and it was this kid. I can't believe nobody told me. Garrick had me thinking it was pixies. Ha! I like this kid already. Well, I got my eye on him. Next time I get hit with an acorn, a certain pixie is gonna have a broken wing. So let's level him up. And like I did with the others, I just hit recommended because he's
Yes?
only a tutorial companion and his skills don't matter. So now we have to hear the
Isn't
rhyme.
that the boy who stole my basilisk eyelash? And not once, but 4 times.
That's right. My frog needed eyelashes. Then I got him a sweetheart, and she needed him too.
Ignore the kid, Tarmus. I'll deal with him.
Don't trouble yourself on my account. I'll settle with the young artiste and his frogs later. Before you begin, I suppose you'll want to hear the rhyme.
If it's part of the Knaves challenge, then yeah, say the rhyme.
Very well, but it's dreadful. Don't say I didn't warn you. I've hidden 3 feathers, scattered them wide, placed white in a box, and locked it inside. Blue followed termite tracks down where they ran, green in the pocket of same-colored man.
So we're to look for 3 feathers?
Yes, you and half the waifs in West Harbor. I adore children, did you know that? Swamp children, particularly.
Right, we'll be back with the feathers. Termites where they ran, that's the first one. So we gotta grab him. He'll be able to sense the trap on it. Oh, look there, there's something under them logs. It always switches you back to your main character if you open up a speech bubble. So, heal, open lock, sleight of hand, disarm trap, disable device, but same thing. There we go. And then, is it locked? Oh, it just has it. Okay. And then you can use the sleight of hand on everybody else here, but everybody else does not have any items on them, like not even the merchant. And I went around and tested every named character, so it's better to just not waste your time doing it. Once you're out of the tutorial area, then you can start pickpocketing people, and most people will have a good deal of money, or at least a little bit of money, and some basic healing potions on them. So, and you never get punished for it, ever. Like, there's no karmic retribution for stealing. If you, like, are stealing something that's more part of a quest line, like you just save somebody and then you go into their house and open up their lockbox, then you might get a point towards evil. But it's just 1 point, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway.
You just follow me and stay close.
Lockbox. Thought it was gonna force me to be in a cutscene, so I guess I have to run with him. Open lock. Here we go.
You just follow me and stay close.
Take the feather.
Yep.
And then... Oh wait, it's gonna switch me back to this guy.
Green in the pocket of same-colored man. I'll bet that's him over by the house. The feather's in his pocket. It's got to be.
Yep, as if that wasn't obvious. Especially since he's the man in green instead of just some random villager. So let's use the sleight of hand. Failure. Gotta wait 5 seconds. They get better at pickpocketing as you put more skills into their... more points into their skill. But at the beginning, it takes a few tries. Alrighty.
Yes?
Got all the feathers. Now we head back to Tarmus.
It really is a dreadful day for a fair. Not even the tents are managing to look cheerful.
Brought the 3 feathers.
Thank the gods! The Knaves challenge is won, and I can go someplace dry. I believe that means you've won the cup as well. Probably best to tell Georg. You know the fellow. Large, cheery, talks a bit.
Tarmus is the most personable one here. He has the most personality in this village. You get a lot of cool characters that you meet later on in the game, But as far as this tiny little swamp village, Tarmus is the best one. Let me save. Always save. Okay, and then head back to Georg. And one of the things about this game is that it has a working journal. If you try literally any of the other campaigns, the journal does not work. Which is very frustrating because the journal is how I know where to go when I'm lost on what to do. And like on Mask of the Betrayer or the Storm of Zephyr, or I forget what the third one is called. All three of them, they don't have a working journal, so if you don't know where you're going, you're just lost for good.
Well played. Well played. You've won the cup. And all 4 events. Nobody's done that since Cormac. That warrants a special reward, of course. I have a harvest cloak for you, courtesy of the village council. It'll be yours at the end of the day. If there's anything you wanted to do before the award ceremony, now's the time. Maybe a mug of harvest mead to celebrate, eh?
Or maybe some well-deserved bragging. What's the point of winning if I don't get a chance to gloat?
I'll meet you at the stage when you're ready for the victory speech. Now, I'm off.
And then we all get to level up. Usually your main character doesn't for the first level because they're considered a race too powerful unless you're a human, I believe, or I don't know if any of the other races lets you level up for the first level. All the rest of them might make you skip it except for the human. Okay, so let's level her up. Now, I want to make her into a Harper agent. That requires, let me write this down. Uh, 8 diplomacy, lore 4, survival 2. Okay. And I already have spellcasting because I'm a bard. So I don't have to worry about that. So I'll keep being a bard for now. And the Harper agent only works for a certain number of levels. So after that I'll have to decide if I still want to be a bard or if I want to cross class with one of the other classes. So first 8 diplomacy. Can't give it any more for now. Lore 4. Where's lore? Lore's already at 4. Good. Survival's already at 2. Okay, so I just have to worry about diplomacy. I have to get it 3 more points. Crafting, I leave up to the other companions. Because the other companions will have the spells you need. And crafting always requires for you to cast a spell on the enchantment table or workbench or whatever you're using to make armor. And as a bard, she's not going to have all the spells, so it's better to just leave other characters able to do that. Let me get her some bluff. Appraise is also good. Oh, I could actually get her sleight of hand. Well, no, I don't need that because Mishka, who's one of the companions later, she's a rogue. She already has that. So let's instead get her a taunt. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna wait on summon creature until I have a higher level because otherwise it's just a wasted spell slot. Tasha's hideous laughter causes them to laugh hysterically. Creature whose racial type gains a 4 bonus on a saving throw, so it's basically useless because almost nobody's a tiefling. I don't need Lesser Dispel almost ever. I tell you, I'm not a strategist. I don't think of things as chess pieces. I think of them as take this thing and hit someone with it, or take this thing and heal someone with it. Horn. Strikes all creatures, knocks them off their feet. Strength check. If the spell has strength of 20. Creatures that fail the spectre, knockdown. Joyful noise. Immunity to silent spells. Well, that's also... I'm almost never gonna get hit with a silent spell. Charm person. Cure light wounds. Let's go with Cure Light Wounds. And... I guess... Summon creature is gonna be like the only thing that is worth it here. Although there will be plenty of time. The spell does not stack with haste. Oh, yeah, then there's no point with that. Okay. And then... resistance. Next. Finish. Next recommend, next recommend, next. Next recommend, next recommend, next recommend, next. Next recommend, next recommend, next.
You just follow me and stay close.
I need to rest so that I can get these extra spells up. So now I have resistance. I have to remember to cast that on myself when I get ready for fights later. Where am I? Right, okay. We'd like some harvest mead. Oh no, not you lot. Get that Fern girl with you too. I haven't forgotten what happened last year, young lady, even if you have. Maybe we'd better go. That business on the roof with the swinging hips and that vulgar song. Not this year, young lady. On your way now, all of you. Swinging hips? Ha, she's blushing. Look at her cheeks go red. You two told me you'd made that up. Sounds like you planned the wrong act for the talent show. Knowing this town, you're probably right. I guess that means we can't get some victory mead. I don't think mead has any effect on you anyways. When you examine it, it just says mead. Or alcohol, or whatever. It doesn't actually change any of your stats. So there's not much of a point.
Gather round, mates! Gather round! This harvest fair's a celebration. But it's also a dark anniversary. We all know what else happened on this day. Not so long ago, we nearly lost this village. Almost lost our lives. Almost lost it all. But we came back. Cleared burnt farms. Buried our dead. And put our ashes behind us. And we rebuilt. Tougher and stronger than ever. Long as there's a harvest fair, we won't forget that day. And our young folks, they'll stay tough, long as they compete for the Harvest Cup. So let's hear it for this year's winners. 3 cheers for the Harvest Champions! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Now, if you fail the brawl, you can still win the cup, but you won't get compared to Cormac.
The village is under attack! West Harbor is under attack! You're safe! Grab a weapon. We need to help defend the village.
How bad is it out there?
I'm not sure. They came pouring in from the swamp and started tearing the village apart.
We better hurry. I saw some of them following us on our way here. They're likely to hit this house next.
Alright, let's go. And save. 3. Take these. I still don't know what to do with the loots. It doesn't give you any attack points. You can equip it like a weapon, but, you know what? Let me Google it real quick. I'm here anyway. N2. What do instruments do? Let's see. It's mostly to stop you from having a magic bag full of loots and wands and stuff. Okay. So it just plays bard songs? Okay. Well, okay, let's try equipping it. And then let's see. That's a long sword. Let's give this to her.
You just follow.
Does he have a weapon? Yes. So, this is a healing item. So I'll put that down here, and I'll put it in here. Yeah. And then this is also a healing item, so I'll put that in there. This is a weapon, so I'll make this first bag my weapons bag. And I guess I'll make this one my quest items bag. Okay. I'll equip the longsword as soon as I've made sure that the loot doesn't do anything. She's just standing there with her loot. Okay, so that's not doing anything. Maybe it buffs the counter song or the fascinate. Let's give her this then. Okay. Club. Short sword. Quarterstaff. Let's equip the short sword. I prefer that over the long sword. Let's put my valuables in the third bag. This is still the weapons, so I'll put these all here. And then, was there anything else in here that I could interact with? Desk. Put the healer's kit down here. Alchemist fire as a weapon. I'll put these both in here. We'll need all of the healing items that we can get, so it's good to have them all ready for you to use them.
There you are. I saw some of those creatures enter your house, and it is good to see you safe. I don't know where these beasts came from, but we need every sword at the southern bridge. More of these creatures are on the way, and in greater numbers. Georg is trying to gather the militia, but I fear he will not be able to marshal a defense in time, and without help, this village will fall.
Why don't you report to the
Lives may depend on me acting now, not after the battle. Every man I can heal and get back into the fight, the greater our chances. Head south along the road. I will stay here and look for the wounded, then join you. Georg should be at the bridge. Join him quickly. He will no doubt have orders for you. But before you go, take this blessing from Lathander, all of you. If you are wounded or need another blessing in the fight ahead, simply return and speak to me.
The spell will wear off after a while, but it's good for now. Also, you can heal these guys, but it doesn't do anything. They just stay there and act wounded, so there's no point.
Yenpei Ye Kolo.
I expel your guts!
Nature's fury strikes you!
And there goes my puppy dog. R. Oh, right. I forgot you can't rest immediately after fighting for some reason, which I honestly think is dumb. This will go with my tools. No, not there. Tools. I'll put it down here. And then let me gather these remains. Gold. Sorry, Gayor, you're gonna have to wait until I'm done looting. Loot is more important. I will always choose loot over you. It's nothing personal. Okay. I guess I'll put a dagger here.
Thank the gods you made it. There's been no sign of your father, and I feared you'd been killed as well. I have no idea where these creatures came from or what they want, but the ones loose in the village are only the first wave. More are coming. A lot more. If we're going to stop them, we need someone to rally the militia and meet them head on.
You're the leader of this militia, unless I'm in charge now?
Don't question me. Not now. This is more than any of us were expecting. I can't leave the southern half of the village exposed. Not while more attackers keep pouring in. Now go. When you've gathered everyone you can, meet me at the wheat field, south and west of here.
We'd better search the town, try to gather who we can, and I hope we can find enough still alive.
It's a good time to save again. Save early, save often. Let's flare this guy. And then fight this guy. I forgot to rest. Oops. Wait, who are you fighting? Alright, we recruited one guy there. And then, I remembered just now, there are some things in here. Maybe not here. Skills. Ah! Who's fighting? Where? Okay, he's dead now. Let me pause this time. Skills. No. Feats? Here we go. Okay. Inspire competence. Oh, I can't. That don't make sense. Okay, I can see here. We only use one inspiration at any given time. Form 3 ranks. So let's do this one. Put it down here. Let's see. Anything here that I am not going to use? I don't know. I'll make this active. And then rest. Okay. Next, talk to this guy.
Huh? Get away! Didn't you see those creatures out there? They're killing everyone!
You're part of the militia. What are you hiding here for?
What, you came to drag me out there to die? Not on your life. I'm staying right here.
Let's see. I have a good diplomacy. The village is surrounded. If you don't fight now, there's no chance at all.
But I tried to fight. There's so many of them. Too many.
Others will join you, but you'll die alone if you stay here.
All right, I'm going. I'll meet you there. I'm not dead when you arrive.
So this guy, no matter what you do, he will always die. So it doesn't matter if you didn't recruit him. Oh, I missed a guy back here. If you tried to ignore him, he would still die by the end. So don't feel bad about recruiting him. Come to gloat, Emberlyn? Still, took a bunch of them down before they got me. Those wounds don't look too bad for it. There's still a chance. Creatures coming out of nowhere. My brother Will, have you seen him? Not yet. He's somewhere in the village, I'm sure. If you can find him, Emberlyn, please. He's my brother, but my wounds. Hold on, Ward. Let me go find Brother Mering. He may help. I need to gather the militia. We found some wounded militiamen. That helps the healing efforts, take the smoss. Could use another blessing. Okay. Marion gave me these moss. Thanks, Emberlyn. You didn't have to help after all we've been through, but I appreciate it. Get it out of the way! So, save again. Save early, save often. My character is trying to be a nice person. She doesn't always do very well, but she's trying.
Who's there? Whoever you aren't getting in here!
Georg needs all hands at the southwestern wheat field now.
I'm not going out there. I'll be cut down in seconds. And I'm not letting them inside to loot my place. Not while I'm still standing.
Isn't the voice acting in this game just fantastic? Man, it aged like fine milk. I don't think I have Intimidate because of the flirt perk, so let's try bluffing.
All right. Hold on. The door's unlocked. Come on in, but hurry.
Alright, you're here. Just keep your head down. If any come in, we'll deal with them. Your belongings aren't worth this village dying. Now go. What the hell's I will? I'm not going anywhere. People are dying, and many homes are burning. If you don't go, you'll be dead either way. But if I abandon all this, I won't make it through the season. Everything I have is in my chest. Everything. If you don't, we won't make it through the night. None of us will. Very well. I'll report to Georg and see how I can help, if only to protect my home in this village. But I spent all season saving for a run to Highcliff, and now everything's ruined. It'll be worse if we don't fight. I do feel bad for this guy. Like, imagine working all year trying to save up for a trip that you don't ever get to take, and then the day after, or the night after, a huge celebration in town where everything seems well, everybody gets attacked, and every plan that you made is ruined, and everyone you know is dying. Like, that must be so terrifying and disappointing, and just it's terrible overall. I have tools. Thieves' tools. I can't use it. No! No, but I want to open it! Thieves' tools, use it. No. Well, I guess there goes subtlety. It's not actually hurting. It's just absorbing all the damage I did. Oh wait, it worked. Yay. Now, every time you bash a chest, instead of being able to unlock it, one of the loot items in there will break. But it was worth it because I don't want to have to come all the way back here. Here? Yeah. Swamp moss. And I guess I have a healing item. Okay. Anything else in here? Here. Healer's kit. I know I said that I was feeling bad for the guy, but I cannot walk by loot. Loot is important. I don't care if he was saving up. I still feel bad that he was saving up and it all got ruined, but that doesn't keep me from taking his life savings. So, yeah.
You three stay out of this. It's too dangerous.
Master, just hold on. We can help.
So the world seeks to test herself. How pathetic.
Blast it! The rest of you, stay where you are.
I shall waste no more time on this pitiful village. It is not here.
The stupid girl! I told her to stay out of it. There's more to do. Georg and the militia are holding our attackers at bay on the Starling farm. We must hurry before the tide turns.
We need to find help for Amy.
Leave her. It's too late. We must hurry to the Starling farm before more harbormen meet the same fate as she did.
Well, I already know who the mage was. I already know where the farm is. She
The girl is dead. Now move, before we lose even more to this attack.
I want to help her too, but Tarmas is right. Amy didn't have a chance. Let's head for my family's farm. Georg will need every harborman to help fight off the attack.
Let's go
If
then.
only I had more time to gather equipment from my home. If you make your way there, you may find some magical and alchemical equipment of use. It's to the north. Now go!
Poor Tarmas. He tells you later that, Amy was the only one that he could hold a conversation with. I'm not gonna bet that's useless. And I can see why in this town. Well, there's a lot of blood, but we can still help. I can still make it, but my vision's getting all cloudy. I can't seem to stand. Have you seen my brother Ward? Yes, I was able to heal him. He's back in the fighting. Thank you, Emberlyn. I owe you, I do. Ward can be cross at times, but he don't mean no harm. Will, listen. Marion gave me these herbs to staunch the bleeding. Thank you, Emberlyn. I know you may not like me much, but for what it's worth, thanks. And then we go over here to Tarmas's house. Rest real quick. Cannot rest while there's enemies nearby. Rest. I'm pressing Z to make things highlight, by the way. Let's see. This has several things that you can make. This is your very first crafting kit. Identify. That's good for items that you don't have enough lore to look at. Ow. thunderstone. Looks like alchemical fire. And then I don't have any sensing, so I can't see any traps because I'm not a rogue. And use light once a day. I already have light as one of my abilities, so I'll just sell this, I guess. Wait, is that unidentified? No, it's identified. Wait. Please, Emberlin, help me. Took a blade to the gut and there's blood everywhere. Tried to fight them all, but there was too many to stop. Marion gave me these herbs. Okay. So I'm already at the amount needed for the militia. But if I heal them all, then I have more people that can help in the fight. And I'm pretty sure that's everybody. Bladeling Spite is a resource. I can't grind it yet, but I will be able to later. And then let's save once more before the big battle. And
well done! Now we have a chance! All right, militia! Ready your weapons and move out! It's time we stand our ground!
Oh, hold on. Hi, Mom. Yeah, I replaced her pajamas and had Ginger stand outside for a while. No, it was just on her pajama leg that she did it. No, she was outside when it happened. I don't think a belt would work for her little legs. She's done it with these kind of pajamas ever since we got them. They just have looser legs that, they have a cuff that goes all the way around on the tip, but then the rest of the pant leg only goes up one side of the leg and doesn't go all the way around. It's in the dirty clothes, and I'm gonna do a full load in a bit. Yeah, it's just sitting on top of the other dirty pajamas right now. I made sure it's not getting anything else dirty. I picked her up and carried her in so I could replace her pajamas, but she didn't get anything on the floor. Yeah, it's fine. No, that was just a little spit up spot because Ginger kept eating grass. It's okay. Okay. That's good. Love you. Bye. Sorry, that was my mom. She was calling because my dog has been having, both my dogs have been having trouble this morning because one of them decided she wanted to eat grass and puke, and the other one decided she wanted to have loose stool and play in it, basically. So that is a censored version of what happened. I won't go into detail because it's pretty gross.
Let's go!
Okay, right. Turn around. Don't go that way. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna need this. And then let's give Will some resistance. And then me some counter song.
Yenpei Ye
Counter song. Can't do it on me? I have to do it on him? Okay. Alright, and then fight. Come on, hit.
Another wave is coming! Prepare for battle!
Let's go!
Here we go.
More of them? Regroup! Cyric's blood, they're entering the Starling House. But if we don't hold the next wave off, the whole village could be overrun.
Let's go. If we hurry, we can stop them before they find the children.
Let's go. Georg and the others can hold off the next wave.
I knew I could count on you. I hope my brother and sister know enough to hide.
We could use your sword, but I understand.
So it doesn't matter what you do, the end of the fight will still be the same, so you might as well just come in here. I have never once neglected to come in here to rescue Bevel's family, because A, I like being a nice person, and B, it doesn't affect anything. Oh, I better save. Bevel, Emberlyn, thanks the gods you're here. Mother, what happened? What are those doors that came in? Where are the dwarves that came in here? When I heard the fighting, I tucked the children away and came to see what was the matter, and suddenly these creatures burst in the house. Are you alright? I'm fine, just startled, but the children... I told the children to lock themselves inside the house, but now those creatures are there between them and us. Fortunately, the beasts woke up the hounds too, and the hounds tore out the throats of two of them before they barricaded themselves inside the living room. I haven't heard anything from inside, and there's a large group of them. Please help. The door doesn't lock, Emberlyn, and it looks like the hounds are willing to help us take care of our guests. If we open the door, the dogs would tear into them. Then let's open the door and let the dogs loose. You're right. Nasher, Mutton Chop, Locke, come on boys, follow us. We got some hunting to do. And then come in, pause, and I'm going to use the Thunderstone here. And fight this guy. Oh, the thunderstone did nothing. Okay. Let's give Bevel some more resistance. And fight these guys. No, don't kill the doggies.
Let's
Come on, die.
Let's
Well, don't just stop fighting. But just because somebody takes a step away from you, you have to just stare into space and do nothing. Very good, Emberlyn. Very skillful. Gold. Just don't mind me, Bevel, while I loot your house. Anything else? Anything else? Nope. Yay, Emberlyn! We heard them screaming for mercy as they died. Is there any blood? Can we see? Sure is. Dogs are probably feeding on the bodies right now. Yay! The hounds will have bones for months. This isn't some kind of game, you all. Be quiet. Oh, shut your mouth, Bevel. We could have screamed ourselves hoarse waiting for you to show up, you dumb ox. What? Why, you ungrateful little gold. We could always say that Durger got him. Is that how you pronounce that? Durger? Darger? Durger? I remember it. That's also in Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls games, but I don't remember how to pronounce it. What? No! No! Mother, no! Be quiet. Joke's over, you all. Emberlyn's just kidding, so calm down. Shut the door, lock it, and yell if you hear any more of them. We're sorry. We'll stay here and be quiet. We promise. Let's see. It's too bad I didn't give myself any lockpick so that I could use this. I'm gonna have to bash it again.
This is too...
I'm glad that armor and weapons don't have durability in this game. Broken item, gold piece, arrow. I hope the broken items weren't anything good. What? What? I didn't tell you to heal! No! No, I wasted a healer's kit! No! Ah! Boo! Thank the gods you and Bevel arrived in time. Boo! Screw you, Retta, you took my healer's kit, you thief! Should have left you for the dwarves!
Let's go! Let's go!
Thank the gods that's over. We would not have held them much longer. Dagon!
Much blood has been lost tonight. Let us make the enemy pay in kind.
That moment with Dagon would have been a little bit more emotional had there been any sound with the arrow or, something. But, oh well.
There's more where that came from.
What's up?
That is the last of them. For now, gather the wounded and the dying. Let's see how many we can steal from death's clutches.
Thank the gods we were able to hold them at the farm. How many did we lose?
Ian, Vera, Pearson.
What were those things anyhow? Never seen anything quite like them.
They're called bladelings. Their kind is rarely seen in our realm. They dwell in a place beyond.
Well then, what in the 9 hells are they doing here?
Lathander doesn't illuminate all mysteries for me. We must rely on our own wit and resources.
One of those dwarves mentioned they were searching for something. Does anybody know what it was?
Lass, come over here. I see you're unharmed. Many have not been so fortunate, and others have seen their final night. I understand you lost a friend of yours in the attack. A tragedy. She was a promising young mage, or so I've been told.
The entire attack was a tragedy. The first two, those are if you want to play it so that she and Dagon have a harder relationship. But like I said before, Emberlyn is the kind of person who wants to see as much fondness and good in people as possible. So she takes Dagon's words as he means them, and he meant them as a kind of way to console her because he's not good with words. That's the way she interprets it anyway.
Yes, and to dwell on our losses serves no purpose. There is still much to do. I do not have much time to talk. There are many who are wounded. Now, there is something you must do tonight. Those bladelings were here to find something, and I fear I know what.
What were they looking for?
There is an item, a silver shard. Long ago, I concealed it in the old stones outside of town. I fear it may have drawn these creatures down upon us.
You're the one that hid it. Why don't you just get it?
There are too many wounded to care for. More than Brother Merrin can handle on his own. I cannot go, so you must travel there in my place. There is no choice in this matter.
Why do you think the shard is their goal?
Think it through. Their kind doesn't plunder a village like West Harbor, not for a few coins and an old helm or two. They had a reason.
Where'd the shard come from?
It is from the time when your mother died. Those were dark times for the village. We can speak more of the shard after you've returned. For now, all that matters is its retrieval.
I'm pretty sure the dark times he's mentioning have to do with one of the fights in Neverwinter Nights 1. But I've never played Neverwinter Nights 1, so I can't say for sure. Is the shard connected to my mother? You never talk about her.
There is no time for that now. Your mother is dead. Let her spirit rest.
Why'd you hide the shard in the ruins?
I had my reasons, which do not concern you right now. It was not a thing to leave above ground.
I'm ready. Tell me what I need to do.
The stones outside of town are older and deeper than you may think. In the farthest chamber of these ruins, look for a strong box. Inside is the shard.
Sounds simple enough.
There remains only one thing. You should not go alone. Bevel, I need you to accompany my daughter to the ruins. This is an important task.
But Georg says the ruins have been overrun by lizardling tribes.
And that is why you must go. Together, two can succeed where one might fail. The cries of the wounded cannot be ignored any longer. Find the shard. Find it and bring it here.
No offense meant, But your father makes the hairs on my neck stand up. Still, if we're going to do this, we should make some haste. It sounds urgent.
Ready, let's go.
This path that runs along the river is our best route into
Sorry
the swamp.
about my dogs.
I hope these ruins aren't too hard to find. We could be out there all night.
Let me wait for this to load and I'll go check the door
It's
again.
been an age since I...
Okay, hold on. Be right back. Yep, there was still nobody there. They're still just barking at nothing. It's a super pretty day out, so I can't blame them for, like, finding things outside to bark at, but there's nothing there. In about an hour, I'm gonna have to let them go again, because they haven't been out in a while, and they'll need to.
I've come this far into the swamp. There are some twists and turns before we get to the ruins. There's probably more than lizardlings ahead. So, lead on, I guess.
Save time. Save time, save time. Everybody knows it's save time. Oh, I forgot to rest. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't want to use up my alchemist fire because I might need it. Let's see, is Daze is only one. What about Flare? Also only one. Let's get my dog out. Oh, I better heal. You better enjoy how much I healed from that Cure Light wounds while it lasts, because pretty soon that potion is gonna barely do anything to fix my health.
Let's go!
I didn't think it would be so hard to get through the first fight in these ruins. Finally! Jeez Louise. So I know there... Actually, I don't think there's any enemy up there. Okay. So let me go up here and loot, and then I can rest. Nope. Bad. It glitches like that sometimes. Usually if you realize that your companion is no longer following behind you, it means that you are not actually going forward. It's not registering your forward movement and you're going to teleport back. These torches are useless. All they do is give you some light. I can cast light. And if I see well enough, then I don't need to worry about that. Oh, it did it again. It's why it's better to just click forward sometimes. I like being able to move with the keyboard, but sometimes if you think that it's not registering your movements enough, click forward, and even if you teleport back, it will still register that you need to go to that spot, so you don't need to click again.
Sanctus.
Maybe I should give myself some resistance. And then heal again. Okay, now keep fighting.
Bring it to me!
I don't want to use my alchemist fire yet. I want to save it for the ruins. Okay, let me daze the shaman.
Dabra.
And then keep fighting. Dang it. I guess I'm gonna have to. Okay, nope, there she goes. Okay, let's give one of her potions. Where did it go? There it is. Now you use it. And keep fighting. Wish I'd saved after the other fight.
Bring it to me!
Come on, live, live. Live! You just have to live long enough to kill them. Keep dodging. No, don't die. You have to dodge. Dodge! Dodge! You can do it! You can do it! Oh no, his resistance is down. Okay, okay, just two more. Just two more. You can do this. Just keep dodging. No, I said dodge! Last guy, last guy. Yes! Yes! That took most of our healing, but we should be okay. Okay. That was really bad, but at least we got through it. And I better save again. I do not want to have to go through that again. Man, this is harder than I remember. I don't remember having this much trouble with fights before. Maybe I'm not strategizing well enough. Wish I could put more in there. Okay, let me just put one in open lock so that way I can use these tools. And tumble, taunt, and maybe use magic device. That way I can use wands. Dodge is good. I definitely need dodge. Okay. I guess, I don't know. I already have days, so I don't really need sleep. And I want to wait to get better versions of those in time, a level or two above for the next spell level. because otherwise it doesn't really do that much more. Shakes all creatures, knocks them down. Let's just do retreat. Okay.
Yes?
Okay. I only have 1 potion left, but I still have 2 of my harvest cup and 4 jerky, so I should be okay. And also 2 healing kits. Even though I wasted 1! Stupid Retta. Let's see. It looks like this is just these 2 bugs. I don't see any other lizards here. Stop hitting me! Ginger, there's nobody here! Okay. Ginger! Let me check the door. Sorry. Okay, so there actually was someone this time. One of my dad's packages just came in, so the UPS guy was there. So they weren't completely wrong, but it was still nothing to bark about, because the UPS guy wasn't coming in or anything. Oh, gotta rest. Almost forgot about that.
Lemme vakreni.
Dabra.
Sanctus.
Oh, is he dazed?
Well, of course I can do that.
There's...
Yes, knock him over. Get him. Get him. Get him! Get him! Dogpile him! Kick him while he's down! Yes! Haha! We did better that time. I have to remember to actually cast spells before I get to the bad guys. Let's see. Underling, 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 underling. Okay, none of these guys are shamans, so I guess I'll just daze someone random.
Dabra.
And then let's both go and attack that guy.
Get him!
No, I wanted you to attack the same guy I'm attacking. Don't leave me alone.
Fine,
fine. Wait,
take them
why are
down.
you using so many of your spells? Stop it. I mean, I guess it made sense to use Fascinate there. So maybe don't stop it, I guess. I forgot that she had Fascinate, honestly. Get him! Kick him while he's down! Oh good, we did it. Yes. No remains? No remains. Short bow. Great sword. Great sword. Let's see, can he use a great sword? 1d8. 2d6. Let's give you this.
Yes.
See, I'm not using any of these. Gonna have to sell a bunch of stuff next time I get to a merchant. Save one more time. Ooh, mysterious elf lady. What will she do? So I don't have awareness on this character because she's a bard and not a rogue. So I'm not going to notice any of the traps we come across, unfortunately.
All right, crew.
Daze the shaman. Get up and hit him! Kill him! Kill him! Yes! Yes! Good! Good, good, good. Okay, we're doing good. I don't need all of these short bows, but we're doing good. I mean, that is a lot of short bows. I wish that they stacked. It'd be nice. It's good that Z lets you highlight everything because it would be really annoying to go through
far too much
all of
useless
these
garbage.
individually.
Going to have to dump some of this.
What's up?
Yes?
It's hard to tell what items are highlightable and what aren't without using Z because they all use the same assets. They're not like in a cartoon where something is more brightly colored than other items. They all are the same objects, it's just that some of them have a compartment attached to clicking to the item. Oh, let them trigger the trap. You better not be going across it.
Bring it to me!
No, you, bad. Go away. Unfortunately, one of us is gonna have to trigger the trap because that guy with the bow is not gonna come across the trap to get to us, and I'm not gonna have enough time to disarm the trap before my companion decides to run to the enemy. So that's just the way it's gotta be, I guess. Yep, there we go.
Let's see what you've got!
There we go. Okay, any remains? Remains. Beetle gland. This is resource. Oh, and I can get rid of this. It doesn't it's not worth any gold. And you can't use it to heal yourself. At least as far as I remember. Yeah, A4, the game is a little bit complex because it's a D&D game, and D&D games are always complex. However, this is much less complex than an actual D&D game, because in an actual D&D game, you would be the one who has to calculate all of your dice rolls, your +4s and +2s, and every amount of points that goes towards your skills or what action that you're taking. And this game does it all for you automatically. You just have to remember to click on what abilities you want to use in order to strategize well. So as long as you know what abilities you have, then you're good. Torus bar, put that in there. The crafting does get a little bit annoying later, but it's not that bad. I still don't get how to do it in Mask of the Betrayer. I have tried so hard to understand, but they got rid of workbenches in Mask of the Betrayer, and so you no longer can like cast a spell on a workbench. And I don't know how to cast a spell on something that's in your inventory. It doesn't work like that. So I'll have to watch a video of somebody else doing it, but that's going to be a long ways off because I still don't know that I'm going to do that, because I greatly disliked Mask of the Betrayer when I tried doing that campaign. I might just do the main one. So, dazed. Hit the one that's not dazed. You get this guy.
Well, of course I can do that.
Always try to get the shaman first. At least that's what I usually do, because the shamans are the ones who can have tricks up their sleeves.
Imitation.
And like right now, right there, all I was doing was I clicked on the enemy and then they auto-fought. So, map. You don't need to worry about, like, clicking on the enemy over and over and over to keep fighting. They do it automatically if you have them on fight. These tools +3. Potion of lore. Anything else in here? Nothing else. Wait, where? Oh,
There's
There we go. Another short bow.
Far too much useless garbage.
Let's
dump some of this.
have Bevel hold this longsword. The weight system is a little annoying because it says that you can hold a certain amount, but if you get to 2/3 of that amount, it's going to say that you're over encumbered and slow you down. So you don't actually have the ability to hold the amount that it says you can. You have the ability to hold 2/3 of the amount it says you can. So I think that's kind of dumb. Any shaman? Wizardling, wizardling, wizardling. Okay.
Imitation.
Come on, just hit him! How hard is hitting a giant lizard? No, remains. Remains over here. Another short bow. Ugh! I don't want any more short bows. Stop giving me short bows. Days you.
Dobra.
How can he dodge if he's dazed? Get him! Get him!
Bring it to me!
Stop changing targets halfway through. You'll heal in a second.
Let's see what you've got!
Just hit him. Come on, just hit him. Not him. Bevel, just swing your sword. Are you dazed or something?
I think.
Bevel, swing your sword. Why are you just parrying?
Well, of course I can do that.
And you wasted a healing kit. This is why I don't like clicking on other characters. Wasted a healing kit on a dead guy. Good job. Now he still has no health, but I don't have a healing kit either.
Far too much.
I only have one left.
Going to have to dump someplace.
You know what? Just for that, Bevel's gonna be my pack mule today. Cannot rest while there are enemies nearby. That's a bunch of bunky. That's a bunch of bunky. Bunky! That's 2 healing kits that I have used uselessly. 2 of them. 2 healing kits. What a waste. 2 of them. I got 3 free healing kits at the beginning of the game to keep you safe, and now 2 of them are gone. Yes, A4, like I said, it is a Dungeons and Dragons game. That's what D&D is. D&D is Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, great spirits of the Stone Tomb, please hear our plea. The other lizardling tribes take our territory. They waged war. And And before we fight them for our ancestral hatching grounds, we ask for your blessings.
There certainly are an awful lot of them. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
A warm blood. Here. Your very presence offends the stone god.
When this land was once ours, my tribe left something here. I have more diplomacy than bluff right now.
And this gives you the right to intrude on our lands and disturb our most holy of rituals.
It's needed to save my tribe, something you should be able to understand.
What do you propose then, warm blood?
Let me save my tribe, and perhaps one day we can return the favor.
A favor for a favor, eh? We may have need of you. We will let you do this thing. Do what you have come here to do. We will leave the Warmbloods in peace, my followers.
And yes, if you say the wrong thing there, you do have to fight the entire room full of lizards. Which sucks. And I died a lot. Anything else here? There's this. Anything else? Okay. Let's just get the chest then.
We were risking life and limb for that? None of this makes any sense. Dagon can do his own blasted quest from now on. When you're done searching around, let's get out of here.
Let's go.
You have returned, and you have brought the shard.
That's all you can say? I almost died out there!
If I did not believe you could handle the task, I would have sent another.
Yeah, well, you weren't out there in the swamp getting attacked by lizard folk.
No, I was here attending the wounded, Bevel. Now find Marion and do the same.
I don't see how you put up with him.
Now, for the shard. Let me see it.
That was no way to treat Bevel.
Our talk is for our ears alone. Bevel has served his purpose and does not need to be troubled any further. Bevel has his uses, but it is not wise to depend on someone of Starling blood for too long. Also, his complaining tires me and will not serve you where you are bound.
Yet more casual, prejudice. What's wrong with Starling blood? Does he have bad experiences with them or something? I retrieved the shard, what now?
I need you to go to the city of Neverwinter. Find my half-brother Duncan, retrieve the second shard, and take it to a mage you both can trust. Duncan owns an inn in the docks district of the city, the Sunken Flagon. Not the most reputable place, but safe enough.
Why don't we dump the shard or give it up?
The problem is more complicated than that. If we give them the shard, I doubt it will prevent them from believing the second one lies here as well. Or others.
Others?
We only found 2. It is possible there were others, scattered into the swamp or taken away, or have met other ends.
There's something you're not telling me.
There are many things I have chosen not to tell you, and that is because they are not relevant. Perhaps if you were to question less and heed my words, it would prevent you from becoming confused.
Okay, now she's getting irritated. But normally she's tries to be very obedient, but at this point she's had her whole village attacked, she's lost one of her best friends, and she's had her other best friend chased off. So, yeah.
I did not mean what I said, and this is no time for us to fight. You need to leave West Harbor tonight. Head to the small port town of Highcliff when you are free of the swamp. There, seek passage on a ship to Neverwinter. The beast that attacked us will leave West Harbor alone once they realize their quarry has fled. If all goes well, you should be in Neverwinter before they find your trail. Say your farewells. Your boots may travel many roads before you return. I let some of the others know you are leaving, but not the why of it.
Why don't you take the shard to Neverwinter?
I was raised amongst the wild elves, and for all my years amongst the race of man, they make little sense to me. Even though you are not one of them, you understand them better than I. I have done all I can to hide your presence. If these beasts come again, West Harbor will need me.
Hide my presence? What have you done?
I have created a screen of activity. On a normal night, your trip with Bevel would have been easily spotted, but not tonight. It still may not be enough, but there is little else I can do.
She's still a little irritated, but he did his own way of apologizing just now, so she doesn't want to end this on a negative note. I want to talk to some people first.
Return when you are ready to leave, and we will speak of the path you must take.
Save. Usually there's a dwarf to talk to in here. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Okay, so I should have some remains out here, I think. Yeah. Nope, bad. I keep forgetting to do that. Clicking is better. I have to remember to click. Longsword. Longsword. Talk to Bevel so that way he can give me my stuff that I gave him.
So, your father sent you off to Neverwinter. As if everything that's happened tonight isn't enough adventuring for one lifetime. I'm hoping that you'll be back soon enough after you reach the city, but most people who leave West Harbor don't come back.
Anything to get me out of this village, I guess.
Just remember, you won't have any harbormen there to protect you if you get into trouble on the road. Hopefully your father's right and there will be no more attacks once the shard is gone. Still, the village will need every sword arm it has. As a member of the militia, my sworn duty is to defend West Harbor. I can't just turn my back on that.
Look, it's good to know the village will be in safe hands.
I'll do my best to keep the place standing for you when you return. I want to hear about all of your adventures.
Anything you can give me for the journey?
I've got some bandages here, though I hope you won't need to use them.
Well, at least that's one of the healing kits that I got back.
You can also have my share of the loot that we found. You'll need it more than I do.
Thank you. I need all the help I can get. I'm not going to try to beg more off of him because he's my friend. I would do it with a stranger or with a rich person, but not him. He's poor like me.
Wish I could go with you, but the defense of the village is important too.
I'd better get going.
Good luck. And if you run across the one who killed Amy, stick a blade through his heart for me. She deserves at least that.
No, I'm carrying far too much useless garbage.
I should have changed his armor before I took the stuff back. Now he's wearing the more expensive armor, and I can't do anything about it. Tarmus, let me sell stuff to you. This is agonizing.
This incursion is the most noteworthy event that's happened here in years. I had high hopes for Amy. She was a rare find in West Harbor. A shame she failed to heed her first lesson. Always listen to Tarmas. Not that I expect you would understand. But she was the only one capable of holding a coherent conversation with me. Go if you must, but mysteries remain here that need to be answered.
Fine, just don't expect any help next time you get in trouble.
I didn't need your help, and thought I had made that perfectly clear. The girl died a meaningless death. A needless sacrifice only helps your enemy. Learn this lesson, and you may avoid Amy's fate.
You mentioned mysteries?
The swamp has many denizens, most dangerous, and all of them particularly irksome. But these new pests are not native, so it stands to reason they traveled through leagues of swamp trails and this odious smell to get here. Anyone that desperate has to have a good reason, so whatever you're carrying, guard it carefully. Anyone fool enough to go through that much effort to come here won't give up easily. I've already lost Amy to their determination.
Can I buy some items from you?
Oh, very well. I suppose I could always use more coin.
Okay, I have no idea how much gold he has, because there's no marker that says, unlike most modern merchants. So, let's just start selling things.
No, I'm carrying far too much useless garbage. I'm going to have to dump some of this.
These 3 are garbage that I need to drop in a second. I'm going to keep one of each of these, so that way, if I need to, I have a spare to give later. But if I get more, I'm just going to sell the weakest ones. So, all of those. Let's see. He doesn't have any more of the Alchemist's Fire, unfortunately. And I have enough Cure Light Wounds for now. I don't want to buy any of his more expensive things. Spells, I mean. Amulet of Will. Bone Wand, what does this do? It's not enchanted, so there's no point. Ring of Fortitude, saving throws, protection, let's see, so I don't think I can get both of these, unfortunately. Maybe I can. Let me see. Yeah, I can. Okay. So let me equip this. And then put this down here with the weapons and down here. Has 50 charges, so that's good. What does this do? Light, cure serious wounds. Or no, I'll put this in here with my other tools and then put that down here. Cure serious wounds is very important. Ow. Ow. Okay. Sorry, just adjusting in my seat. Okay, that should be everything I need to sell for now. Yeah, so let's drop these. And then is there anything else
This
I need to say to
incursion
him?
is the most noteworthy event that's happened here in years.
Is there anything you can do to
Help
help
with
me?
the journey, you say? Advice. Advice is what I can give. Use that skull of yours for more than a shield. Amy obviously failed to learn this lesson. A fool girl. As functional as the famous harborman thick-headedness is, it still won't prove much help against, let's say, a lizardling sword or javelin.
If anyone could help me on this journey, it'd be you.
You aren't mistaken on that account. Fine, take this. Perhaps it will help you. Perhaps not, but don't bother asking for more. I've already lost an apprentice on your behalf. That's all you'll be getting from me.
It's not my fault. She's the one who ran forward. Why did you come here if you think so little of it?
Suffice it to say that I find the bustle of city life even less endearing than the mosquitoes here. And here I can work quietly, in exchange for teaching some mud farmer's child a bit of lore every now and again.
Certainly there's more to it than that.
There's more to it than farming and pig contests. Of that you can be certain. Come back later, then we can talk.
Years ago I heard that you came here because of
That
the war.
man says decidedly too much. It's true that part of the reason I came to West Harbor is because of the war that was fought here. You've probably heard it mentioned from time to time, and no doubt you've also heard the same vague accounts I have, assuming you could pry even that from the other villagers.
Why won't anybody talk about it?
And what would they say? I'm guessing that the harbormen are as much in the dark in this as the Neverwinter archivists are. The battle that was fought here didn't involve heralds and flowery declarations. It involved the wholesale slaughter of two forces, with your village in the middle. The entire village was nearly destroyed, and almost no one who stayed in West Harbor survived the night.
What's the other reason you're here?
You really are a harborman. People here possess the sort of subtlety commonly found in raging barbarian hordes. Ask something else. I have nothing more to say on this matter.
Okay, I guess that's it then. The other questions I have are just basic lore things where he essentially repeats what he already said. So it's not much of a point. Need to talk to this guy. You just headed off to Neverwinter, huh? Remember that you're a harborman and don't take any guff from city folk. We harbormen can take care of ourselves. We don't need fancy walls to keep us safe. Is there anything you can do to help me? Here, take this. Harbormen take care of their own, not like city dwellers. You remember that. If I had more to spare, I would gladly, but after this attack and the season, well, it's the best I can do for you. I already heard how the fields have been. Well, let me just click through it real fast. The first people who came to West Harbor said it's the only section of dry ground. Swamps have plenty of fertile soil. It's been good like that for 10 years, but it's been tough. That's the 3 platinum question. We have more water than we know what to do with, and the soil is rich as ever. So I guess that's it. No, bad. Go away, stupid ant. Okay. Put these in here. Let me organize these a little better. Yeah. Light or cure serious wounds. Okay. Let me grab this. Talk to you. It's young Bevel's friend. Thank you for bringing my son back safely. Bevel is still rather shaken. I'm grateful you were there to watch over him. I understand you've been sent to Neverwinter. I pray you fare better. Is there anything you can do to help me? I have nothing to give. Have you ever been to Neverwinter? I was born there. My husband met me at a fair. But I hear during Luskan War, a lot of the city was burned down. Don't listen to that fool Georg. He'd have you think every last building was destroyed. I think of Neverwinter from time to time. I do miss the streets and the river. Do you have any advice? Always respect the city watch. Whatever happened to Lorne? He'd never come back. I don't know if he's dead or alive. A lot of soldiers died during the war with Luskan. I pray he wasn't one of them. I just want to know what happened. If I find out anything, I'll let you know. There we go. Talk to Brother Mering. I'm sorry about your friend. I wish I could have saved you. Thank you. It's no one's fault. Full blame lies with the mage that led the attack. A shame Tarmus wasn't able to send him to the abyss. Dagon mentioned you were headed to Neverwinter. It's a bad time to be traveling. Galen the merchant told us about his journey, and unless the tales were taller than usual, your road to Neverwinter won't be an easy one. I pray for your safety. The Mare of Dead Men is becoming more dangerous. Is there anything you can do? I have little to give. Have you learned any more about the attack? I'm afraid you know as much as I do. What do you know about my father? Your foster father, you mean. You're leaving us, and I kept my own counsel on this for years, but you've asked. He keeps to himself, and I think it's reprehensible how he treats you. I sense his soul was gravely wounded many years ago. Wounds like that heal slowly. I'm sorry you weren't raised in a home, and you were treated more as family, rather than a painful reminder. I think he loves me in his own way. That's absolutely what Emberlin believes. You would know better than I. One day I hopes he breaks out of his state. If anyone is in need of the Morning Lord's light, it's him. But he spurns me, of course. Perhaps I've said too much on the subject. I could use some healing. Okay. And Georg.
So, Dagon is sending you to Neverwinter, eh? I can't say I approve. If it were a militia matter, I wouldn't send you alone. But I don't have any right to tell him how to raise his child. Can you at least tell me why you're going? Your father wouldn't tell me a thing.
All I'll say is it's for the safety of our village. Dagon wouldn't want me to say more. It's why he didn't say anything, and Emberlyn respects her father.
You're less cryptic than your father. But not by much. It won't be easy reaching Neverwinter. I've traveled that way once or twice. It's a dangerous journey, especially for one traveling alone. You might want to ask around the village. If you're going to leave, some folks might be able to offer some help.
Can you give me anything?
Just some advice. Be careful with the men out there. We harbormen are a particular bunch, but we look after each other. Some men out there might want to... Well, let's just say the way you carry yourself might attract the wrong kind of attention. Here, take this shield. It's always served me well. And even if you don't use it, you can sell it for some gold that might do you some good.
The line about the way I carry myself is because I gave myself the flirt background. So, number 1 and number 2 give you very long, extended lore conversations. And if you're playing for this the first time, it might be good for you to listen to those, or you can look up a video of somebody else clicking through them. But I don't think I want to sit through them right now, so sorry about that. I think I'm also going to save and get off here for now. I need to let the dogs out, and I've already been streaming for maybe not several, but at least a few hours, and I'm getting a little bit tired. But I'm definitely going to stream more of this later. I don't know exactly when later, but I will stream more of it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later, A4. Bye. Button, 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 button.